Well, hello there, everyone. You here show you right here is like for Photoshop work right here of talking about right here like for the brand new grade book and for updated and basically that this right here basically talks about right here is that yeah that we may saw from the previous about for like grades and we wondered to where that yeah, what does it usually mean to where that how do we handle that, how do we handle that toward it? If we see like maybe a D D plus, I'm like I don't even know really that they may say that if the score is going to go below a 62 something like that, then more likely I don't think it's going to be a D plus. If they go by D plus or if it's a D minus or something like that, but let's just say on average to where that they anything about any low scores, that just think about how students would handle that, so to where that that they while they were taking a test and then they seen this right here, so you're like Warren to where that like oh come on, I'm like I tried, I tried my best, I did the best I could, so we're like Warren to where that yeah that really that for anything related to like working where I hear is that anything about for like gradebook though, it's like if we were to be working like say the clone stamp tool right here, go ahead and just select a layer right here, and I'm like this like yeah for like new right here, go ahead and highlight that right there, and I'm like yeah for like brand new grade book, and I'll go ahead and like this I can copy and paste right there for new. So you're like Warren to her, oh, okay, yeah, and then now that I'll go ahead and work right here, it's like with the clone stamp tool, and if I want to go ahead and add a go ahead and use this A right here, and I'll go ahead and stamp an A on this side, whichever it is. But on your hand, go ahead and work right here with the A right here. But other than that, talk about right here is we're at the clone stamp tool right there. But anyway, but you have right here some examples right here. Is anybody that may think about as to where make but the things that we can do with Photoshop that more likely that we may feel like it to where we get mad enough to where we want to go ahead and make a change ourselves, and we're like Warren to where, but like think about it, as to where to try to recommend is to where that knowing about you for how we study as well. But then on your hand, that really I would encourage anybody is like to try to study and figure out for what went wrong, and then knowing about for to think about is think about something before you actually do it as well and study hard. But really, how do we handle it whenever we didn't do very well on a test, huh? How do we handle that? And the way I think about it, though, is really that whenever we get the final grade report and we actually see to where that oh well, it's you didn't do very well on that test. You actually that you missed too many questions, whichever it is. You didn't match them up correctly, whichever it is. So we're like Warren to where necessarily to where that anything that we more likely be doing in class, and like Warren to where that anything that you're supposed to work on and study, and Warren to where how do we handle it when we don't get a very good grade. And sometimes some that may think about it is to where yep, I really don't even want to talk about it. It's like I study hard, but then I didn't pass, and some that may say, yep, I don't really want to talk about it because I didn't do very well. So, yeah, at some times we may think as to where that you get real aggravated about it to where you really don't want to talk about it, and thinking that you just like, yep, just want to leave it alone, for a while, leave it alone for tonight, work more on it tomorrow. So it's like thinking about as to where that really that for what all it takes just to make good grades, and the way I think about it, though is that with a lot of my artwork though is to where that I try to think of ways to to keep trying to think about is to study a little bit about what the work's about, what I need to do, and what I'm planning on doing. So I guess those are like 3 or 4 different things there. So let's say about the grade book right there is knowing about the things to keep in mind as well. But other than that, like thanks for watching, and more likely see you for the next posting.